Hello everybody, it's the Chaos Couple here again, and so as you can see this is all transmission and assembly goo and other things that we're going to need. Not all of it because I haven't got the bearing grease out yet, the grease out yet. The other grease is out. This is just to assemble the little needles in this, and then we need to take the bigger needles and put them into here before we put it on the shaft. We have all of our gaskets and stuff. They came early. Downside, we don't have the bushing for this, so now we're waiting for that.
Yeah.
Which that actually comes tomorrow, surprisingly. Comes early as well. Everything's going to be here except for we hit another snag last night while putting this together. So gear 3 and gear 4, gear 3 and gear 1 do not line up with, where is it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, well. So, oh yeah, right here. This is the old cluster gear. And that's what it's called, is a cluster gear. And this is fourth gear, which would ride on this, on the old cluster gear. These are different on the new cluster gear. Go figure. With that being said, the new cluster gear matches the new front piece, which is great. But only second gear is a 25 gear like this requires. We went from 2.88 or sorry, not 2.88, 2.64 or something like that. All the gear numbers match. None of the gear numbers match except for number 2. That's all that matters. So where we got this is fine. It's already assembled. We're stuck waiting. Got the bearing in there. Got the input, the shaft there. Got that there. We're just waiting for the bushing to put into the back of that.
And the new gear 1 and 3.
And new gear 1 and 3. Gear 3 doesn't even make contact. Gear 1 makes contact, but this is a 30 tooth, and we need a 34 tooth because we went from a 16 to a 30. A 16 to an 18. And while they will mesh, they're not our appropriate gear ratio, and I don't want to hurt the transmission. So that's where we are. So tonight we're going to move on to getting the Holley car rebuilt and taking some pictures for Instagram and for Twitter to show how well she cleaned this stuff. Oh, you want to pull up that nasty bell housing that we had? Since you got that. So this is in our wonderful, heavily chemical mix. And this used to be so caked with grease you couldn't see the details. And now this aluminum bell housing is super clean. She's still cleaning off the rust and the orange and whatnot, but she's still working on it. But that's where we are. Got all the bolts cleaned. She has been spectacular at getting this thing silver again instead of that dirty color it was. For a quick comparison, this is where we started. This is where we are.
Yeah.
That's only because that's the old tail housing that we're not using. And so we got the Richmond gear tail housing, which is perfect for our needs. It meets all the stats the same, so we're all good. So now we're going to have Richmond gear cluster, a Richmond gear input shaft, and a Richmond gear output shaft, and a Richmond gear first and third gear. And the rest is going to be original. When I say the rest, I mean just pretty much this. Because the tail housing wasn't even original to this front casing. But that's where we're at, so see you later.